Good morning, guys. This is Miss Corcoran. I'm here to help you, to show you how to use the link that's in your Schoology folder today to complete your Biomes data collection sheet. So I'm going to just show you how to do the first one and how to find those answers so that you can do the front and back page of your handout. It should be done today. You have enough time. You have 45 minutes to do it. And then you will be turning it into the substitute or teacher. And I will be checking it later today to see your progress, to see what we're doing on Thursday. So let's get started. So the handout will look like this. It's going to tell you the 6 biomes that we're looking at. And then from there, it tells you what information you're going to be filling in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the first one together. Sorry, I saw something about you have 1 gigabyte left. That's enough gigabytes. So we're going to start. So tundra's first, and I have to put this city in and compare it to desert. So the good thing about it is that we're going to get all the biomes first, and then you can do the comparisons at the end if you have time. So let's get started. So when you go to the link, it looks like this. And so you're going to click Tundra because that was the first one they want you to do on your handout. So you click on Tundra on the left side and notice that the map changes. And here we have some information. Sometimes there's photos, so look at the photos, but in this case, there's not. Sometimes there's more information. You can read it. This one does not show you that much information here on the left. So what you do is you're going to click on this link where it says tinyurl.com biome viewer. You click on that, and then you're going to be able to type that specific city that they want you to see that is part of the tundra. It's a city that's in the tundra. So let it download. And then what you have is the Biomes map app, the Google map. And so going back to the handout, it says tundra, and we're going to be looking at this right here, Lamutskoye, Russia. And so I'm just going to copy that into that specific place here where it says search on the right side, paste it. You're not going to be able to do this because you have a handout, so you're going to have to make sure you type it and spell it correctly. You have the paper to look at that. And you press search, and it's going to find that town, city, in Russia. Notice it's in a blue area, and blue on the left side is tundra. They're all coded over here on the left. Now, there's a lot of biomes on the left here, but you're not doing all those. You're only having to learn 6, which is the rainforest, the desert, the grassland, the deciduous forest, which is the same. No, that's not the one. Deciduous forest, coniferous forest, which is the same as taiga, and then tundra. So there should be a total of 6, 2 forests with the other 4. We are going to learn aquatic biomes hopefully on Thursday. So now that I have this pink here and the blue showing me it's tundra, I see this information on the right screen, the climate, which is the precipitation on the left side of that table, the temperature I see on the right side. Notice they have the units, millimeters, and degrees Celsius. And so that's going to give you some of the information on your handout. Also, we have at the bottom, let me move my little screen thing here because it's in the way. At the bottom, there's more information. Um, so you go to the bottom, here's I. If I click on I at the bottom, notice I get this information. And so here I could click right here where it says description. I'm still in Tundra, look at the pictures, and I have that Russian city. And so where it's found, some information, what kind of vegetation. The vegetation is going to help you do the plant part. The soil is also in here, so that's going to help you fill out that part. There's also climate here, a bigger picture of what you had on the right side of your screen. The precipitations on your left side of this graph, your temperatures on the right side of this graph. And then you can click on wildlife. Now, wildlife is where it's asking how many species on your paper. If you look at your paper right here, where it says examples of animals and the number of species, well, I could get that from here because right here it says 0 species for reptiles on the left, 1 species for amphibians, and 29 species for mammals. And so I could actually click on the one species amphibians, and it tells me the name. So you could use that for example. And then for mammals, I have 29, and they're all listed down here in the bottom left. And if I want to say, well, I don't know what a shrew looks like, let me click on that and look, it is. There it is, information. So this wildlife tab is going to help you for sure where it says animals, examples, and number of species. And where it says plants grow there, like I said earlier, that's in your description. So it's all there. Now you do have a back page here where it says biodiversity for each of them. Biodiversity is the amount of life in that area. If there's a lot of species, then it's high biodiversity. If it's barely any species, it's low. If it's like in the middle, I put medium. I would suggest you do biodiversity at the end once you have all these numbers for number of species for animals and plants, and you could decide, oh, based on what I have on my table, this one has high, this one has about medium, this one has low. Okay. So that's how you do that bottom one. Now, when you do the comparisons, where it says compare to desert or compare to forest or something like that, don't do that yet. Get that all that information first, front and back. And then you could say, okay, I'm going to go back to tundra. I'm going to compare that town, the Russian town that's in the tundra, to the desert. And this is how you do it. So you go back to that specific site. Don't close anything. I'm using a Chromebook too as well, so it's going to work for you. So I close this tab. There's a little X over here in the top right. So I close it. And then I need to get back my place that I have. So I'm just going to paste that back, what I had earlier. Okay, so down here, and let me see if I can move this real quick. I have this screen of myself here. Hold on one second. I don't know why it doesn't move. Oh, there it is. Down here, there's, and you could scroll down. It should scroll down, but right here are these two arrows that go like this. You press that, and it's going to say, what do you want to compare that tundra city to? Well, it said to desert. It didn't give me a specific city. So what I'm going to do is, if you look over here to the left, desert is like anything that's like this light brown color. So I find that same color look, like there's places here or there's places over here. I'm just going to click somewhere in that color. Okay, and then notice what it does. Now I'm able to compare from the left, the tundra, to the right, to a desert place. And where I clicked, it's Mongolia. And so I could compare the descriptions by clicking on descriptions. There's pictures. I could compare the climate, which is the precipitation and temperature. I could compare their species, and that will help also with biodiversity there. And that's how I can do this. Okay, so make sure you do as much as you can today, because based on what I see, we need to continue Thursday with using that information to do an assignment. So please get this done. Watch this video, pause it if necessary. The substitute or teacher might not be able to help you with this, so make sure you refer to this. And make sure you put your name and period on the paper so I can look at it later. Thank you guys. Good luck with this assignment.